You need to pay an agency fee, which is 10%. The flood enters some people's houses. Some houses on the island have brown water. Ask questions. You need to literally shine your eyes. This is a true life story, oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ami Olivier and I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. I create content based on lifestyle, faith, food recipes, and also, general chit chat. If you're new here and you're seeing my face for the first time, please subscribe, like, and share this video with your amazing friends. To my existing subscribers, thank you so much for keeping it real with me. I appreciate the love. Today, I'm going to be talking about things to note before you move into any apartment in Lagos. I mean, if you're renting. I've lived in Lagos for 8 years now. I am almost an Omoeko, which means child of Lagos, I guess. And I can tell you for free that house hunting is one of the things that people living in Lagos hate to do. We might be tired of living in a particular place, but when you think about the stress, mental stress, the time you're going to waste in house hunting, you will just stay back. As a matter of fact, let's say your rent is expiring in December and we're in September. You need to start looking for a house in September. You need to take your time, use 3-4 months, get the house of your dreams, explore options, see so many places. So let's get right into it. Number one, you should have a budget. Let's say your budget is 1.5 million naira. So you should have a budget so you can work with your 1.5 million. So you can either go a little bit below if you get houses your choice that are a little bit below your 1.5 million, or increase your budget a little bit to maybe 1.7 or 1.8, or even 2 million, right? Be honest with yourself about how much you're willing to spare. Also bear in mind that aside the rent, you need to pay an agency fee, which is 10% of whatever amount of the rent you're paying is. Agreement is 10% as well. Then caution, I think caution is usually 5% in some cases. Some cases is scrapped out and some it is not. That caution sounds like scam to me because they claim caution fees are for when you damage whatever thing in the house or when you're moving out of the house, they'll refund it back to you. They never do. So the second thing you need to note is to use trustworthy agents. Ask friends, please, you know any agent? You need to pay them a certain fee and they go scouting for houses for you according to your description. If you want a 2-bed, a 3-bed, and your budget. You're not going to use one agent. You're going to use 2, 3, 4. If you do not want that one agent to drive you crazy, but it's advisable to use at least 2 agents. So the third point is erosion. Most people prefer house hunting during the rainy season. This is because they need to know if that area gets flooded. I'm sure you must have heard, for those of you that don't stay in Lagos or Nigeria, on the island, when it rains, it floods, literally. In some areas, or not all areas, it floods so badly that the flood, enters some people's houses. The entire road leading to your house is fully flooded. So you're stuck, literally. It's best to scout for houses during the rainy season because you need to be sure that you're not going to be in Mississippi River when it rains. So you need to go house hunting, house scouting during the rainy season so you can see for yourself how this area gets when it rains. So the fourth thing on my list is to look out for fraudulent landlords and caretakers. This is the nightmare of almost everybody house hunting because a lot of people have fallen victims to fraudulent landlords, scammed of their hard-earned money. Because these fraudulent landlords or caretakers, I won't even say landlords, it's mostly caretakers, right? These fraudulent caretakers, they collect rent money from quite a number of people. Then all of you decide to move in and, I've paid for this house. No, I've paid for this house. No, I've paid for this house. No. So you need to carry out your research. And in most cases, the caretakers are like the agents introduce you to these caretakers and they're like, oh, pay the money to so and so's account and all that. You need to go the extra mile, do your background checks, and ask some neighbors. I'm about to move in. Is this the account that you usually pay your rent to, or you paid your rent to when you were moving here in the first place? Ask questions. You need to literally shine your eyes. You will get scammed. Just do your due diligence. Let this agent know I'm ready to move in. I'm paying now. Is there someone else that has paid or is looking towards paying for this house? You get, and as you're paying, take your receipt as evidence that you've made payment for so so and so place for future purposes, and to avoid had I known or I thought, all those long story, avoid it. Also, I would like to point out that in some cases, you have a friend of a friend that wants to move out, traveling out, getting married, so many cases. And they say, oh, when I'm moving out, you just move into my house, right? I don't need to tell the landlord. My brothers and sisters in the Lord, run away. It might look beautiful though, because you don't get to pay the agency fee and the agreement fee. Trust me, you see this one, I have been a victim. Please avoid all those kind of shady underground transactions. It almost never ends well. If you like someone's house, request to speak to the landlord. Stop avoiding extra 100K, extra 200K, and lose the entire money at all. So the next thing on my list is read the agreement document thoroughly. We just da 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 agree, yes, and you sign. You don't know what you're signing, oh. Please always read that terms and conditions that they give you before signing. Don't just sign away whatever you don't know, you didn't even read. Please take your time. If you don't understand the legal terms there, you can ask a lawyer friend or someone who is more learned, but do not just sign and sign away like that. Another point to note is security. If you're renting an apartment in a secured estate, in a well gated, well fenced estate, good. But if you're not renting an apartment that is in a well secure estate, please, 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 please do your due diligence and ask around about how safe and how secure that area is. Because I've seen people rent houses and they don't sleep there because of one, robbery case or the other. So please do your due diligence when it comes to security. Ask around. Ask people around you. Ask people that you've heard that have stayed there before or had a family member that have stayed there before. So just basically ask around. Try to find out if the doors are well fixed, if the gate is well fixed, like the windows, if it's actually well properly fixed and cannot be easily, unhinged or something. You get the fence as well. How low is it? Does it have this fence protection wires, that can prevent people from jumping into your compound to rob you or something? Just do security diligence, right? Just be security conscious. So the next thing to note before you rent an apartment in Lagos is amenities. The three basic amenities: light, water, and road. Not just any kind of water, clean water. I'm sure you must have seen some houses on the island that have brown water. If you can cope with them buying pure or sachet water treatment plants, or buying water generally, that's fine. The road leads to your house. Is it bad when it rains and your car move? Are the potholes that bad? For lights. Now let me break this lights matter down, right? Before you move into a particular house, do not compromise light. I've seen people move out of houses in a month or 2 or 3 because of lights. Areas do not have light at all. Running your generator day in, day out. And the agents won't tell you that. The second issue about light: the particular house that you're about to move into, now not the area. Make sure you check that the meter, the prepaid meter, if that's what they are using, is working. A lot of tenants do not pay their NEPA bills, and guess what happens? They move. Innocent you. I'm calling you innocent because you didn't know anything about it. You move into this house. Next thing, the NEPA officials on your door, knocking on your door rather, and they're saying, oh, so and so person hasn't paid the NEPA bills for how many years now, and you're looking like, I just moved in here last week. Oh, I'm sorry, before we give you light, you have to pay the outstanding bill. Guys, this is a true life story. Make sure you check that the prepaid meter works. If the prepaid meter works, make sure you go and check from NEPA, PHCN, that this particular person is not owing any bill. Please do your due diligence about the light, if the area has light, if the meter works, and if there's no outstanding payment on that. And please check if the roads are good, potholes and everything. If you can live with that, that's fine. And also check for water. Like I said, if you can live with brownish water and you want to find your way around it, that is fine as well. But make sure you check so you don't be surprised. So guys, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I hope I was able to help for those that are planning to move into Lagos or planning to rent new apartments. Please don't fall victims to scam. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up so it can get to a lot of people before people fall victims to scams. Bye guys.